evening, Grand Rising. It's a good God morning. Agape Nation, Agape family, Agape community. How grateful I am to be here with you in this now moment, in this present moment. I am Reverend Arlene Cecilia Hilton. I am your director, Teen Agape. I am your director, Young Adults Ministry Odyssey. And I'm here to walk with you through this morning's way of meditation so we can sit in the presence together. Our selected reading, our inspirational reading this morning from Agape's Book of the Month, Natural Abundance by Ralph Waldo Emerson, A Guide to Prosperity. The following can be found on page 10. Humanity is more than a product, an expression of nature. While it sometimes seems that nature is a vast promise, not easily explained, her secret untold because it is untellable. In truth, human beings hold within us the totality of nature's being. Each of us carries the universe in our minds. All of astronomy, physics, biology, and chemistry exist in our thoughts. We can't even tie our shoes without recognizing the laws that bind the farthest reaches of nature: the moon, the planets, gas, crystals, geometry, and numbers. Every known fact in natural science was felt intuitively by someone before it was actually verified. And common sense is evidence in even the most advanced experience or experiments. This means that any of us can discover nature's secrets. If instead of thinking about nature, identifying ourselves as a creation of product outside nature, we allow ourselves to feel its soul running through us. Then we find peace unfolding in our hearts and the unending wisdom of nature's process, revealing themselves in our awareness. As the ancient Hindu texts and shamanic teachings from many cultures demonstrate, we can find within our own mind explanations of processes and structures in deep space and inside the cells of organisms that our sciences have only recently begun to be able to measure. Then we realize that the uneasiness we've been experiencing comes from looking too much at one aspect of nature, namely motion or energy and change. It's only by resting in the beauty of the natural world that we find the sanity and calm we need to expose and cure the insanity of most of our human activity. Let's turn within. Let's rest in the beauty of the natural world. You are the beauty of the natural world. And so as we turn inward into the knowing that right where we are, the magnificence, the beauty, the bounty, the vastness of God is right in this very moment. I'm so grateful for the awareness that this presence and this power is everywhere evenly present, omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, omniactive. As we turn inward, we recognize that we are here to recognize the presence of God as us. as our very beingness. We are the presence, and we are present in this now moment. How grateful. How grateful it is to be in this moment as we turn our attention and we take an inward glance of the Most High God, revealing itself as we sit and as we listen. Grateful for Reverend Michael and this Dharma talk, for as he comes forward revealing the divine through his words, through his actions, through his deeds, through his sitting. We get to see and feel into the radiance of God. Oh, how sweet it is. How sweet it is. So we know that this entire service, this way of meditation, is a way of life. It is a way of being. It is a way of knowing how good God is, how good life is, and to listen. And so we let go, grateful for every individual here in this service, in this very room, and beyond. Those who will sit today, those who will sit tomorrow, those who will sit years from now, just grateful for the awareness that it's always now. It is always happening now. And so let's dip in together today. Let's dip into this sweetness, the sweetness of our meditation. And so we let go. We let God, knowing in the mind of God, it is already complete, it is already whole, it is already done, it is done, it is done. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Hallelujah. And let us continue in this sweet, sweet presence in this place.
Good morning, everyone. We give thanks to the Reverend Arlene Hilton for the magnificent reading and the wonderful evocation, and the living invitation for you to center into this sweet, sweet moment. You're centering into an awareness that all of the power, presence, love, joy, intelligence, that we call the presence of God, a presence that is never in absence, is right where we are. We've rolled up the scrolls and put them in museums of religiosity that would have you believing that God is somewhere other than where you are, so that you're reaching out somewhere, sometime in the future, where you might meet God or go to heaven. Those religions are in a museum now. Some are still working themselves out in the public, but most people are coming to a great understanding that all of the power and presence and love and intelligence, the presence that is never in absence, is right here and right now. That the center is everywhere and there's absolutely no circumference. So that when we pray, when we meditate, we're not necessarily reaching out, we're turning within and opening ourselves up to have a realization of that which is true. So that you begin with a belief. We have a belief that this universal presence is everywhere and that we are unified with it. That belief is not enough. The belief has to be accompanied with a spiritual practice and an intention. And this is why we meditate. We are intending to wake up and escape from our limited paradigm, our limited perception, our limited point of view, and we are practicing the art and the science of meditation so that what we believe becomes active within us. It becomes an insight. We have an aha, a satori moment of, it starts to become integrated within us. So we move from merely believing something to actually having an insight in the truth of that. You can think about the time that you may have been in elementary school and your teacher was at the blackboard, as we used to call it, and teaching you about arithmetic. You were believing in your teacher. She was making you memorize 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you kind of memorized it. You kind of believed it. You didn't know what it meant. It was abstract. But then at a certain point in your maturity, you got it. Oh, I get it. If I have 2 things here and 2 things there, I have 4 things. It was beyond believing in your teacher and memorization. Somewhere along the line, as you practiced your particular arithmetic at that time, you had an insight. It became embodied in you, you see. And so that was a very elementary analogy, but the same thing applies. You have a belief that God is everywhere. We say it all the time. God is everywhere. There's no spot where God is not. We say it all the time. But that belief is not good enough. You have to have some level of practice. And so as you sit with an intention to wake up, you're prone to having a spiritual insight. And then insight leads to what? Embodiment. You start to embody, integrate that insight through what? Through more practice. And then that embodiment then leads to action, your behavior. Your speech, your conversation changes. You grow from glory to a greater glory. And then that action then transmutes itself into a lifestyle. You begin to develop a lifestyle built around your spiritual practice. You may have previously built your lifestyle around, rushing out of your house, trying to get to work, accomplish everything really fast, and get back home and watch television or something like that, you know what I mean? Or go to happy hour and not be happy. But you start to develop a lifestyle built around spiritual practice. Then that truth transmutes itself into a way of living. Lifestyles are temporary. You see it in magazines all the time. The latest this, the latest that, have a lifestyle of this and that. But your lifestyle then becomes how you live. You actually live to practice the presence of God. Doesn't mean you don't have fun. You're not a killjoy. You bring the fun with you. You bring the joy with you, you bring the love with you, you bring the peace with you, because those qualities are intrinsic. They're not from the outside world. They're from you. So the uninitiated that are caught up in the conspiracy of mediocrity in the world are looking to go out and have experiences to bring happiness. And so they get lost in the sauce of the world of appearances, not you. You're coming to an understanding through the art and science of meditation. You're hearing, be still and know that I am God in the midst of you. Insight, embodiment, action, behavior changes, lifestyle, way of living. So now you go in the world, but you're not looking for the world to make you happy. The world becomes your tapestry by which you get to paint with the colors of your soul. So wherever you go, you're bringing the joy, the thanksgiving, the celebration. And then what happens? Your personal law, everyone is using the law of mind in action, consciously or unconsciously. The whole universe is reflecting back to you who you think you are, consciously or unconsciously. Your personal law changes. And now the fabric of the world of appearances, the fabric of the crystallized thoughts of the world, everything starts to bend according to your frequency and your vibration. Joy, thanksgiving, appreciation, gratitude, love, generosity, creativity. Now you become a parasympathetic magnet that you walk and your field is so generating these qualities. You're a generative being. You're not getting it from out there. You're generating from within. The world bends and reveals that back to you. It's not luck. It is living under cosmic knowledge. That's what luck is. People say, oh, he's lucky. She's so lucky. Everything works together for their good. No. When you live under cosmic knowledge, and it becomes embodied, things have a tendency to work together for your good, even in the midst of challenges, in the midst of what you think is a delay, what you think is a denial, what you think is something not working out, you see later on, as you're holding that high frequency that you're getting in meditation, that it was just cleansing your perceptual windows so that you can be ready to receive and accept and allow the good that is always seeking to move through you. Einstein once said, the main question is the universe friendly? We can say the universe is friendly. That would anthropomorphize the universe, or we can say the universe is progressive. It's always working to expand, to reflect and reveal the infinite nature of God, so it's always for you. That's the divine conspiracy. The universe is working on your behalf, but you have to work on your own behalf. You have to participate in the way it is. You see, there is a law of buoyancy. You go swimming, but you have to allow and practice so that you're activating the law of buoyancy so you can float. If you just jump in and do nothing, you're going to go to the bottom of the pool. But if you know how to activate the law of buoyancy, doesn't matter whether your mama couldn't float, your daddy couldn't float, your aunt, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You begin to just, you lay there and you say, oh, I'm allowing, I'm letting, I'm floating. Right here, right now, as you're going into the art and science of meditation, you're not trying to make anything happen. You're making something welcome. Oh my God, I'm intending to wake up and escape from my limited point of view that's being projected from my personality. Oh, there's so much here. Oh God, I gotta stop. But I look out sometimes and I see people conflicted because on the soul level, they feel that all is well and they're not in worry, but on the conscious level, they are inhibited because of how they've been trained. And so they have the subconscious and the conscious mind being very limited, and the soul is saying, what you doing? We want to integrate with our soul, transcend the limited perception of the personality and the conscious mind and the hidden beliefs of the subconscious mind that are detrimental, and wake up. Two or more gathered, there I am. When the conscious and the subconscious agree, God is all there is, the superconscious mind takes over. Dare to live great. Dare to live mighty, powerful. I'm not talking about over people. We've seen enough of that nonsense in the world. Dare to live great, powerful, magnificent, beautifying, loving, generous, giving, peaceful. Dare to live in those qualities and let meditation be your transportation to your transformation. And you'll be changed in a twinkling of an eye. Yes. You are the apple of the eye of the universe who has come to twinkle and reflect and reveal the luminosity of the Spirit. Know who you are. Go pure in your meditation. Just a little bit every day. You see how I raise my voice there? It's emphasis. Just a little bit every day. Just don't leave the house without it. And watch as changes begin to take place for your betterment. The environment that you come into will be better. The people will wonder what's happened to you. You haven't gossiped in a long time. What's wrong with you? You haven't put anybody down in a long time. You haven't compared yourself to anybody in a long time. What happened? I've always been here. I just removed the clutter. Let's practice. Take your shoulders and squeeze them to your ears and just squeeze everything in the body temple. Do the opposite of relaxation. Just tense up everything. Take a little breath and hold the breath and just tense up everything. Squeeze your face. Now release. And give the body temple permission to just relax. You've done the opposite. Now just let go. Let the temple just relax now. You're here. Let your mind not be anticipating anything in the future, where you're going to go after we practice meditation, what you're going to do, who you're going to see, what you might accomplish. No, just be right here. Take your hands and face them upward on your lap, thumb and forefinger touching to assist you in transcending the egoic perception of life. Take a deep inhalation. Sustain it at the apex. Release with the sound of ah. Let that heart space be open. Now establish an intention. I want you to intend that you are waking up to your glorious nature, your Christ self, super soul self, super conscious self, authentic and real self. Just establish that as intention. I'm sitting to wake up. Your soul is saying to you right now, don't just do something, sit there. I'm waking up. Now notice as you establish this intention and you place your attention on the intention, as we do this regularly, your intention begins to emit a feeling tone. So it goes beyond the words and thoughts in your mind. Saying the intention to a feeling of this intention. I'm intending to wake up. What does that feel like in you? Now allow for your attention to embrace your intention and the feeling of it. Notice that the body is breathing. Don't do any pranayama. Don't do a sacred breath right now. Just notice the body's breathing. As you're simultaneously aware of your intention and the feeling of it. Activate inner listening, meaning your entire being is available to catch the broadcast of the Spirit that's broadcasting itself everywhere, saying, let there be life, and let there be light, and beauty, and intelligence. So you're not listening with your ears, you're listening with the consciousness that created the ears. Pure consciousness is listening. And you're coming into beginner's mind, or you're hearing perhaps Jesus say, be ye as a child, that you may enter into heaven. Heaven is ever expanding good. So you're not sitting here thinking, oh, I'm a veteran of meditation. I've been meditating for years. You're not allowing your mind to catch the words, oh, I know this. No. You're like a child. This is new. This is your first time. So here's your intention and the feeling. The breath is happening presently. Your entire consciousness is listening. And this is your first time. So today, you're paying attention to the feeling of your intention. If in fact the mind runs amok and goes to other places and conversations and futurizing, you just come back to the breath and begin again. Feel your intention. Slight smile on the face for no reason at all. Activates tonic chemicals for the body temple. creates coherence of the immune system, slows down the aging process. the mind has wandered into the future, or conversations are caught up in thought forms, that's all right. Come back to the breath and your intention, and just become aware of the thought forms, the perceptions, the opinions, the emotions, the sensations of the body. Become aware without interfering or resisting. You just are aware of it. But you're paying attention to your intention. And through the power of awareness, that which you are aware of changes on a subatomic level, begins to disintegrate based on your observation without interference. Why? You are pure awareness. The body is in your field of awareness. The things you think you own are in your field of awareness. You are the awareness that all of that is passing through. So you can be aware of it, but you're not identifying it as your primary identity. So just watch what passes through and become aware that you are the watcher. You're free. Hear your super soul self saying, "Be still and know that I am God in the midst of you." another moment, just be still and be right here. Feel your intention to wake up to your glorious nature. Whatever passes through, it's passing through. Observe. Pay attention to your intention. You are escaping from the limited perception projected by your personality self. Your soul, your super soul self is taking over. God in you, as you. Now with that slight smile on your face, elevate yourself into the spirit of gratitude. Oh, just allow yourself to be grateful for anything at all. If you need a little help, just let your mind go on a search for anything to be grateful for. Your heart is beating. Your blood is pumping through. Your arteries are bringing nutrition to the body. Your veins are releasing toxicity. And you're not doing anything to make that happen. The genius of the temple of the living God is allowing you to have this instrument to navigate through 3 dimensions. Oh, just be grateful for the body temple. The mental body, the emotional body, all the subtle bodies, the light bodies. Oh, be grateful for anything at all. Someone loves you. Someone cared for you. Someone gave you a compliment. Someone paved the way for you. Be grateful for anything. Now, in this consciousness of gratitude, you can release all the things that are helping you become grateful and just feel the power of gratitude. This is your attitude right now. You have an attitude of gratitude. And here is where we leap into prayer. Oh, we're so grateful that we're able to recognize the grand presence that's infinite, that's everywhere. We're so grateful that we're seeing more clearly now. The dust and the grit are being wiped away from our perceptual windows. We're no longer seeing through a glass darkly, but we're seeing pristine through the inner eye. Presence of God everywhere. Because it is everywhere, it must be where we are. We're unified with His presence. I am what thou art, and thou art what I am. And it is from this awareness that the vibrational word is spoken, giving thanks for these precious moments of this glorious community of individuals who are meditating all over the world, stopping in this precise moment to have a dynamic moment of coherence around that which is real and eternal and forever: intelligence, love, beauty, life itself. Ooh. And that it is so imprinting us right now that every organ and action and function of our body temple is made every whit whole. Our mental body is so clear, our emotional body is so pure, that we become now the living instrumentalities through which all of life gets to flow through us according to our uniqueness, which is our superpower. Incomparable we are. Oh, we give thanks for this. We name this day beautiful, magnificent, joyful, prosperous. It's a good day, and we accept this. This is a wonderful service, and we accept this. This is a wonderful spiritual community, Agape International, and we accept this. And we allow this to be so. And so it is. As we slowly open our eyes, wherever we are, any place on the planet, if you're meditating with somebody, you're with your family, you're tuning in, you're live streaming, just bow to somebody and say, now so be it. Just be it. Just so be it. Be it. Because that is what we're seeking to be. We're going to be that vibration that we touched in the art and the science of meditation. It is our opportunity at this moment, and I want you all to participate at whatever level you can or desire. This is a way by which we get to support this community that's in its 38th year. And obviously, there's so much behind the community. There's robust ministries and classes and sacred services. There's a lot that happens here. And we would like you to support it. Your soul wants to support it, obviously, because you're tuning in. So this is your opportunity to become a great giver in this world. You didn't come to the planet to take anything because you brought everything with you. You came to unleash it. Your gifts, talents, expand your capacity for more energy, and to be generous in your kindness, your loving, your substance. You are a generous being. Feel that. Right now, we just turn within, we just give thanks for whatever it is we have to give, regardless of the amount, whatever it is we have to give, we bless it. We dedicate it to the knowing of truth that makes us free, and we give thanks that we get to participate. And so it is. Amen. So if you have your mobile device, you can take your mobile device and you can text the word give to 424-321-6243. It'll take you right into the domain of Agape, and there you choose the amount you want to give. And you can also choose a regularity in your giving, so you can set it to give once a week, every other week, however you feel comfortable at this time. At some point, you want to become uncomfortable and stretch, so you keep stretching the permanent aspect of your prosperity. You can do that right now, you see. You can mail in your donation. Many of you are from outside the United States. Many of you are part of the United States. Mail your donation, checks and money orders to Agape International, 8549 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1156, Beverly Hills, California, 90211. Obviously, if you're outside the United States, put USA. That stands for the United States of America, and sometimes it looks kind of not united. But we're working diligently inside of our own soul to speak into existence a kind and just global society and a kind and just nation. That's what we're doing from the inside out. So support that work. If you want to go directly to our website, go to agapelive.com. Go to the donation banner, choose the amount you want to give today, and check out. You're really checking into your prosperity. And you know, we also have Venmo. Many of you are using Venmo. There's the QR code for we don't have the backdrop today. And you can go to @Agape International Spiritual Center. That's CTR for center. @Agape International Spiritual Center, that's CTR. And you can Venmo your gifts, your donation, your tithes, your offerings through the Venmo aspect of life. If you're going to go search Venmo another way, we're listed under charities. Agape International Spiritual Center is listed. So those are the ways you can give. Website, mailing it in, using your phone to text to donate, Venmo, those. Don't let anything hesitate. Don't hesitate in your giving. We want everybody to give something, whatever that is. Not just for Agape, but to activate your own soul, to be generous, because the hands of the givers are never empty. I'll be right back. Pat Finn is going to come forward. He's going to highlight a few things happening in our community. Just listen while you give.
I know you're used to Reverend Julie doing these announcements, but she's, I don't know, doing something else. They're getting her nails done or sleeping in. Oh, she's climbing Mount Everest. I forgot. So our thoughts and prayers are with her. Not our bodies, but our thoughts and prayers. Have you ever felt a deep, unexplainable longing within your soul, a sense that you're being called to something greater than yourself, a purpose, a mission, a higher calling? Well, don't let that call go to voicemail, because Agape U invites you to awake and activate. Unlock your spiritual power with Reverend Michael. This is your opportunity to answer that call. In fact, you may want to take your phone out right now, if you like, and go to agapelive.com and register, because during this 5-week course, you'll learn directly from Reverend Michael, who will lead you through a series of insightful teachings and practices based on universal law and spiritual principles. Awake and Activate begins this Wednesday, October 16th, online at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And if you can't make the live class, then the recording is going to be sent to you. You don't want to miss this. Register now at agapelive.com. Tune into Reverend Michael's Take Back Your Mind podcast. This week's guest is Babette Davis. Babette is globally recognized plant-based chef, fitness enthusiast, motivational speaker, and she pioneered the first plant-based restaurant, Stuff I Eat, in her community of Inglewood, California in the early 2000s. Then on Friday, check out the next episode of Take Back Your Mind Life Question of the Week, Navigating Evolving Beliefs and How to Save a Friendship Strained by Personal Growth. Watch or listen to both Take Back Your Mind and the Life Question of the Week with Reverend Michael B. Beckwith on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe to receive alerts when new shows drop each Wednesday and Friday. Today, One from the Heart presents our first online blessing of the animals at 2 p.m. How cute is this going to be? Celebrate by Zooming in live with your beloved animals or bring a photo to receive a blessing. If you Zoom a lot, chances are your cat likes to get on camera every once in a while. Well, this time they're going to be welcomed and blessed. We'll conclude with a joyous chamber of prayer blessing of all animals worldwide. You've got to register to attend, so just go to agapelive.com/animal blessing. In addition, One from the Heart has 2 other offerings. Our online bereavement support group for those who've experienced the physical loss of a human loved one. If you know somebody who needs this, or for yourself, they meet today at 2 p.m. And the Crisis Support Clinic is offering Zoom mini counseling sessions every Monday, 4 to 6 p.m. To receive details for this first come, first serve complimentary one-on-one session with a licensed practitioner, just email crisissupport@agapelive.com. This is offered to the community at large, so anyone can attend. The One Love Ministry meets every 3rd Saturday of the month online at 9 a.m. Join us this Saturday, October 19th, with our dynamic guest speaker, Reverend Deborah Johnson, and the topic is Beyond Voting, What is Ours to Do? Join us this Saturday, October 19th, online at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Just email lgbt@agapelive.com for the Zoom link. Also, have you registered to vote yet? Agape is sponsoring voter registration. If you're in the LA area, just come on up to register. If you're outside of the area, go to vote411.org to register and to get information on your state's requirements. For more information, please email cuinaction@agapelive.com. As part of the Agape voter registration campaign, you're invited to watch the film Selma together on Zoom this Saturday, October 19th at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Following the film, participants will be invited to join breakout rooms for about 20 minutes to discuss their experience in small groups. Just go to agapelive.com or cuinaction@agapelive.com to register. And in case you don't know, the award-winning film Selma is the story of Martin Luther King's campaign to secure equal voting rights with an epic march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama. Watch and connect Saturday at 3 o'clock. Reverend Michael and his partners at NutriRise are enthusiastic to share a groundbreaking development from Adaptozen, introducing Elevate Mushroom Complex and Elevate Organic Fermented Mushrooms, their latest innovation designed to elevate your mind, body, and spirit to new heights. These products are based on the mushroom supplements Reverend Michael takes for his immune system, brain function, gut health, and longevity, and were created as a transformative step in your wholeness and your wellness, your holistic wellness. Visit NutriRise.com and choose Adaptogen to elevate your health and to get your superfood greens and D3K2 today. And this last announcement is not an Agape event, but it is from the Spirit of Awakening Foundation, an organization that emanates here at Agape. Join Reverend Coco Stewart, Francis Fisher, Deborah Wilson, Mijan and John Silvers at the Spirit Awakening Foundation's annual fundraiser event, Voices of the Unheard Radiance, a celebration of the resilience of our youth and incarcerated young people, an evening of spoken word, music, song, and dance to uplift and support our younger generation. See Jamaican dance sensation Chloe Simmons. Also join us on Friday, October 18th at 6:30 p.m. at the Skirball Cultural Center. For tickets, scan the QR code or go to www.spiritawakening.org. Spiritawakening.org. All right, peace and blessings, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pat. As we turn within right now, we just give thanks for the floodgates of our heart and soul are open, and that we're in the spirit of generosity and kindness, whether we call it tithe, gift, offering, or understand the greatest nation in the world is donation. And so we enter into that vibrational frequency of donation, so circulating your dough, that is transmuted into ministries, programs, projects, staff, equipment, and everything necessary for the fulfillment of the spiritual idea of Agape International. Let us all feel together that all of our needs are met now, individually and collectively. Let us feel it. And we give thanks. And so it is.
So it is.
Amen. So as we exit today, obviously there's a few people here at this service in person. If in fact you want to give in person, as you exit, there'll be individuals there with the basket, and they will receive your love offering. So wherever you are on the planet, you may want to stand up for a moment and just stretch out and open up your heart and soul and be receptive as we hear this beginning of this song, I Forgive Me. And we'll go from there into the
I'm tired of the guilt
benediction. Listen.
that brings me pain.
Oh, so tired of the guilt that brings me pain.
Now is the time for me to let go of the
Now is the time to let go of all shame.
past behind.
Let the past be behind us.
I see it.
Let us begin to see anew.
I'm ready.
We are ready for a great change, a great transformation, a great unfoldment. We're ready. And how do we do this? Constant state of forgiveness. I forgive me.
I forgive.
I forgive everyone. I forgive everything. I allow my inner state to be so clean and pristine that I do not inhibit the flow of the presence of God from moving through me.
I surrender.
I surrender.
I surrender.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for
I'm ready.
change.
It is from this moment that we give something. We give thanks that we are available to the great God of the universe that has birthed the cosmos and a multidimensional universe that is constantly expanding to reflect and to reveal the infinite nature of the Spirit. It is progressive. We yield to it and become a greater vision and version of our real and authentic self. And it's happening now. And so it is. Amen. Peace and radical blessings. For those of you in the LA area, come on up to Agape. 11 a.m. meditation service, 11:30 worship celebration fellowship service, and you can also tune in to the next service, 8:30 a.m. meditation, 9 o'clock worship celebration and fellowship service right here at agapelive.com, our Facebook, or our YouTube channel. Have a beautiful day.
Forgive me.